All right, I gotta fix the tie, right? Because that's part of my brand. They be like, Jerome, why you always so dressed so nice? It's part of my brand. Leave me alone. Why you wear that watch like that? It's part of my brand. Leave me alone, right? Get your own style. Worry about yourself, right? So today I have a class a little bit later. I actually got a class in like 10 minutes that I gotta teach. It's actually 8 minutes. But before I did that, I wanted to talk about I want to give like a quick snippet or a quick overview of the class. I'm teaching Facebook ads and paid advertising, right? And I want to talk about some of the benefits of paid advertising because people always, oh my God, why would I do that? I can do free, right? And it's like, are you a business owner or it's like Kiyosaki, right? Like, which side of the quadrant are you on? Are you over on the E and the I? I'm at the E and the S, employee, self employed, or are you trying to be over on the B and the I, right? And for I understand, sometimes you got to take things step by step or whatever, but bottom line is like mindset matters. And business owners, right? Business owners, investors, they understand investing. And that's a benefit that you get when you're on the right side of the quadrant. And there are some great benefits when you use paid advertising and you're running your stuff like a business or like an investor, right? And paid advertising has a lot to do with that. So let's talk about some of those benefits. I do have the presentation because I want you to see like visual. I want you to get a little bit of a visual. And this is just the presentation that I'm going over. So I'm giving you a quick snippet of what I'm going to talk about and some of the benefits, right? So why paid advertising? These are some of the benefits of paid advertising. I'm going to get into, but first it's like, why would someone use paid advertising? I talked about that a little bit. There are a lot of benefits to using paid advertising as a business owner, right? If you're just an individual, you want to stay small, you want to stay on that left side, okay, cool. Don't use it, don't utilize it. But there are a lot of benefits, including like tax benefits when you use paid advertising. Next, people will say, "Oh, this is better. This is better," and there's no better or best, right? Is paid advertising better? That's subjective. To me, yes, but it's not for you to decide. I'm going to use this or that, paid or organic, right? You want to combine the two. So there is no better. Organic is not better. Paid is not better. You want to combine both of them. Neither is better. And then people always say paid ads don't work. It's not that paid ads don't work. You're not utilizing paid ads correctly, or you don't have the right training or something like that. That's what the problem is. And it might not sound so nice, but that's what the true reality is. If you know me by now, that's what I just tell the truth. I'm not overly concerned about people's feelings. I'm concerned about getting them results, right? If paid advertising didn't work, companies wouldn't keep paying for ads, and that's the bottom line. I have this point here, Trulia, Realtor.com, Opsilly, Zillow, right? Us real estate professionals, we are very familiar with these companies. And where do you think they get most of their advertising from, right? They're using these strategies that we're going to talk about in our presentation today. Social media, PPC, they get their ads from these places and they pay these places for advertising and access to these leads, right? So when you go in and you're paying Realtor, Trulia, OpCity, when you're paying them, guess where they're getting the leads from? They are applying the stuff that I teach. That's all they do is paid advertising. They go to Facebook, they go to Google, and they use these strategies and they employ them in their business, right? Y'all hear that music? Turn it down some. All right. So now some benefits of paid advertising. This is one of my favorites because people always say, "Oh, I can't." They can't be consistent in their marketing. Oh, it gets exhausting. People get burnout. Well, when you use paid advertising, that burnout doesn't happen because your ads are going to run because of the money, right? So remember, we talked about being on the right side of the quadrant. When you use paid advertising, you have an ad set that's running for you and that's working while you're not working, right? That's what paid advertising does. It's going to make sure your advertising your stuff is shown. Now, there are some other alternatives where you can do that and hope that it works for you, like YouTube. I really like YouTube, and YouTube kind of works for you as an evergreen asset. But still, nothing really comes close to paid advertising because you're paying these platforms to, hey, show my ad to these people. You're paying for impressions. It's going to showcase your offer or what it is that you're telling them to advertise for you. Paid advertising is consistent. We talked about this a little bit. We struggle as humans. We struggle with consistency. This is why I'm like big on technology and computers and stuff like that, because there's a lot of stuff that we don't want to do as humans. Let's let the machines do it, right? Let the machines show your video, show your advertising consistently for you. You don't have to do that. Let the machine do it. Paid advertising allows you to reach new audiences, right? So a lot of times when we're marketing, we're advertising on social media, we're advertising to the same people, right? the people in our sphere that don't really care. Maybe one or two of them care about what it is that we do or are going to use our service. But most of them don't care. With paid advertising, you can reach other new audiences, right? Furthermore, when you reach those new audiences, you reach interested audiences, right? So you reach people that are interested in your particular thing or your particular offer when you use paid advertising. You can't necessarily do that when you use organic, right? And again, one is not better than the other. They both have pros and cons. These are the benefits of using paid advertising. More benefits. So interest targeting. Interest targeting means you can target specific people with specific interests. Like as an example, I always like to reference uh, like Beth Ellen. Like we teach a class together. She talks about yoga and dogs, right? What if that's the client base you wanted to serve? People that like yoga, people that like dogs, maybe people that like video games, or people that like traveling. You can reach these people with paid advertising. You're allowed to hone in and target those people. Paid advertising is predictable. That means you can see, all right, if I put this much money in, I'm expected to get this many leads. And if I times that by 10, this is what's going to happen. That's the projection. You can do that with paid advertising. You can't really do that with organic advertising. That also makes it scalable, right? So if it's predictable, it's scalable because all you got to do is add more money or add more action to whatever it is that you're doing. And then this is my favorite. This is the last point that I wanted to talk about. Paid advertising is tax deductible. And I put an asterisk there because you need to consult with your tax professional. But all that advertising money that you're putting out is tax deductible. So you as a business owner, guess you decrease your tax liability by using paid advertising. So it might not even be working, right? Oh my God, I saw in the Facebook group somebody posted. He said I spent $30,000 on Zillow. It was somewhere, and he's like, I have no return on investment. No return on investment. Well, thank goodness he can write that off on his taxes, right? You got to talk with, but thank God it's a tax deductible because that would just be $30,000 down the drain. So the other cool thing about paid advertising is that, and this is my favorite one. This is why I'm like, I'll throw money at the advertising. Take all the money you want because it's tax deductible. As a business owner, when you're in an E, and we over there on the E and the S, employee and self-employed, you got a lot of tax liability over there, right? So you want to decrease your tax liability, use paid advertising. I think that's all I have for you today. I got to get to this class. I'm probably a little bit late. Yeah, that's all I have. I'm a little bit late. I'm like 1 minute late, but I wanted to pop on and talk about that. Like these are the benefits of using paid advertising. Make sure you use paid advertising. It's not a one or the other thing. Incorporate it into your business. So I'll see you soon. Bye bye.